All right, bonus module. Let's talk about planning your e-commerce site. We've done a lot of talking about a website in general. Now let's dig in if you're specifically redesigning, redeveloping, creating an e-commerce website. E-commerce being your website is going to sell something. So there's two ways to think of this. Number one, think about short term and long term. Short term, how many products are you going to sell? Because if you're only going to be selling like one or two, like a handful, you do not need a full WooCommerce system. You do not need a full payment gateway, Shopify, big build of e-commerce. You need a tool that will help you sell one or two products. Super simple. So if you're thinking in the long run, you're going to have 5+, definitely start thinking about an e-commerce setup because it's going to be more scalable and it's going to give you more options in the future. So if, again, within the next year, if you're thinking of having more than 5 products, definitely research your e-commerce options. Less than 5 and you don't anticipate having more than 5, you really don't need to build a full e-commerce website. It's up to you. But just keeping that in mind that there are options. The second thing to think about is which e-commerce tool is the right tool for you. Shopify, WooCommerce, Webflow, for example, does e-commerce, Magento, BigCommerce. These are just some of the big ones, the main ones. So when you're planning your e-commerce, it's very, very helpful to do your own due diligence to figure out which tool is going to make the most sense for what you're trying to do. Small service-based business, WooCommerce could be great. Selling products, needing shipping, things like that, Shopify could be great. Need a big build with thousands of products, probably Magento is the better tool. So before you hire someone, before you take someone else's advice, do your own due diligence because there are so many options out there and choosing the wrong one can be very expensive and cause a lot of problems in the long run because either you're getting too much or not enough. So make sure that you know coming into the conversation with who you're hiring a general idea of what you're looking for. So those are the most important things. Figure out, do you need WooCommerce or do you need an e-commerce setup at all, or do you just need to sell a few products? Number 2, what is the right tool? And then number 3, figuring out your product list. And we're going to talk about that next. But start to get your products organized. And I'll go through the easiest way to do that in the next video.